Hi guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel. This is MonsterArts Godzilla Jr. Awesome! Finally got one. And it's one of those exclusive that it's kind of weird. But, well, not really weird. By now, Tamashii or Bandai have this exclusive releases, which is either exclusive for Japan only or North America only. Luckily, this one is for North America. In that sense, I have to pay more and it's readily available. Otherwise, if it's Japan only, I have to go through some loops trying to get it. Either way, if you're planning to get this one, if you're not here in North America, always ask your local hobby store. Maybe they have some kind of connections, or maybe they can order it online through the Tamashii website. So always ask. And for me, I've been always doing that. I always ask Tatsu Hobby if they can get me certain exclusives, and for the most part, they were able to help me out. And it's one of them. Alright, so again, I do apologize. I cannot say much about Godzilla since I'm not really well acquainted with the series or the movies. You might be asking, why am I getting this? Well, for one, it's a really great sculpt. I really love the details that goes through Godzilla. I grew up knowing Godzilla. I've seen a couple of movies, but I wasn't really into it. But lately, I'm kind of backtracking and watching some of it, and I'm really getting into it. So it will take me a while, and for me, this is just kind of like a good, kind of like a breakaway from Gundam mall kits or just Gundams in general. Just having monsters, very articulated and very nicely sculpted ones. Alright, so that's that. And again, if you're wondering what this brown box, for all exclusives, they usually have this to protect it if you are a collector. Alright, so let's first look at the box. This box is actually quite small. Probably half the size of the regular SS Monster or Godzilla. And I think I read somewhere that the Godzilla Jr. is kind of half the size of Godzilla, so maybe they're going for that. That's a really nice illustration of Godzilla Jr.'s face. Really nice. On the side, you always have that black and white pose. And the same statue. Oh, it's the same one. There we go. They're in Japanese, so can't really read them. Maybe some of you can. And on top, and on the bottom, right here. I think that this is a bluefin's choking hazard warning. Alright, and let's go ahead and open it. Alright, and the first thing you'll notice is, what is that flying thing on the back? This guy here. It's actually one of the helicopters, and there's another one here which is a little bit too high. But I kind of just don't want to cut off the wire. But it seems like I might have to. But it does come with two helicopters, which I will zoom in a bit. But why don't we first take a look at the Godzilla Jr. Alright, and the first thing I noticed, which is different from Godzilla, is the color. It's a lot greener. It's kind of like the lizard. But the details is still there. The texture, sculpt. And it's kind of weird how it's jointed, or his body separation. Open the mouth with a red tongue there, and nice eyes, kind of like Godzilla's. You can look up that high and down. Very articulated too, especially the arms. Get that good elbow bend. It doesn't come with any other hands, which you probably don't need to. So you just have that whatever hand he has right now. Let's see what else. This part here is kind of weird, in my opinion. It's kind of like there's a hump on his back, but he's kind of hunched. You have the legs here, the knee, So I think that's pretty good. Then a little bit of ankle here. And in terms of leg split, and I think he can do a kick if you want him to. Kick. So a lot articulate, and then you also have the tail, which can go side to side, and up to this point right here, you can bend it. Really good. Pretty good articulation for Godzilla Jr. Right, now there's two helicopters here, and actually they're very much the, what do you call these things? The blades on top. You get two sets of them. The one with the kind of a clear plastic, which rotates. Really nice effect for this. And you have one that's just idle or stationary, which if you want him perching on some kind of a skyscraper helipad or something. But you can turn it too. Yep. And they're all kind of in this wire and on this base right here. Toho. And again, you're gonna get two sets, so you can have both of them spinning or both of them stationary. And I think this is a really nice touch, since you hardly get vehicles on SH MonsterArts. But my only problem now is buildings. I wish they add buildings. If anyone out there knows a good toy line that sells miniature buildings, which are great for SH MonsterArts, let me know. I've been looking for buildings. Alright, a little bit of size comparison with Godzilla or Little Godzilla. They're about the same. Well, Godzilla Jr. is a little taller, but they're about the same size. And I think Little Godzilla is supposed to be really small compared to Godzilla Jr. So he might be out of scale. Or actually, I'm not too sure. Maybe they're about the same size. But yeah. And compared to the Big Daddy, which if I can fit here, Burning Godzilla. Okay, maybe he's too close. Let me bend his tail the other way. And there we go. So as you can see, Godzilla Jr. is about half the size of Burning Godzilla, which I read somewhere is pretty much show accurate. Yeah, which is really nice. Now I just need Destroyer and to have them fight each other. I also heard that they're gonna have the evolution set, which is great. And I think that's where the part of the movie where Godzilla Jr. is fighting up the. Well, I think there was a flying one, and there's one that looks like a spider. Again, I do apologize my lack of knowledge. And so, if you're gonna ask, is there an effect parts for this SH MonsterArts? For Godzilla Jr., nope, no effect parts. It's pretty much just a small, figure package where you get Godzilla Jr. and the helicopters. That's it. But if you want some, you may have to salvage it from your older SH MonsterArts. Well, they're not that old, but the first release ones, especially this one. And this one kind of works out, but it's a little too big for its mouth. I don't know if they're gonna release one, maybe an exclusive or an add-on to another figure or set that will come out for SH MonsterArts. But I think it kind of works out, so maybe there's no need for that. Speaking of exclusives again, I think for us, a collector myself, it's great that they have exclusives, especially the first release ones where they have the airplanes, and the master tanks, and those other stand effect parts. Those are great, and also the Garuda for Mecha Godzilla. That's a really sought after SH MonsterArts add-on. It's great for me as a collector because their value rose up, and it's just nice to have something that not a lot of people have. But as a toy reviewer, I I feel bad for those that are starting out with this line late. Especially the Garuda, that needs to be re-released. That's kind of like an important add-on for Mechagodzilla, and I do wish that they will release, at least the Garuda in the future for those people who missed out. But who knows? Anyways, that is for my review. Hopefully I've covered most of it. If you have any questions, let me know regarding this particular figure. But again, I do apologize. My knowledge of Godzilla is a little bit limited, but feel free to fill me in if you have any kind of info regarding this particular Godzilla Jr. Alright, so that's it. So until then, this is Meats. Thank you for watching.